Yeah, so hello, my name is Irene Agripin. People call me Ira. So I come from HON Foundation that based in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. As Linda said before, and we are focusing on, we are a foundation based on collective focusing in art, science, and technology. So I will say a bit about our background. And then we started as a collective at 1998 after the tumultuous the fall of Suharto. It was after the Reformation era, and then there are many collective rise that time. Like we can see here, there was at the same time as HON, there was a Taring Padi, Mas 56. Of course, now is the most famous one is the Ruang Rupa, who will become a artistic director of the current Documenta. And then why is it? Because there was no infrastructure for art that time. After the Reformation, at the Reformation, the economics so bad, and then how artists survive. So we gather in several communities, and we started a collective. Mostly, most of them, like including the Padi Ruang Rupa and Miss 56, is started at the corner of our home. And then we started in the garage that time, a little garage in the middle of Yogyakarta. And then this is open for 24 hours, and then people just come and go, and then they started to make experiments, collaborate with each other. So this is a really open space for everyone. And the neighborhood is actually also really happy with our existing, because they can like needed also a space that really open, so they also come. So we not collaborate with the people from universities or art school, but it's also like open for the neighborhood around. And then it can be host like 30 people at the same times. And then we can like, when people ask what is HON, it's really hard for us to explain what is HON. So we call ourselves as one who gets excited about things that no one else cares about. It's a bit funny, but this is really sweet with our activities actually. And there is a video. Lydia, can you hear the video?
We cannot hear the sound, but we can see it.
Okay. Sorry about that. So I will just explain. So this video is made at the 2008 until 2010. It has a series of our activities. So we have sales kit, because a lot of neighbors that always came and asked what are we doing. So we make a class for them almost every afternoon. And we have also class at the rehabilitation center. This is sales kit, a platform for experiment with open hardware and electronic art. And then there are some other activities like Future School that we present at some clubs in Jogja, and Bricor Labs is a platform for experimental music and DIY circuit. As I said, this is the garage that always open. And this is the experiment we do with the one university in Jogja. And this is some project that we collaborate with the other lab around the world. So we also do some project with the open healthcare. This is citizen science project. And some experiments. And we have two festival every year. One is a video work festival that happen annually. And the other one is South Button. So this is some international events that we participate. So after that, at 2011 until 2013, so we established a foundation because it was so chaotic actually at that garage. And then we want to be organized rather than organic, but still not very successful. But at least we tried. So we host 3 labs. One is VUFOC, the Extraterrestrial Study Center. One is HornFab Lab. So this is the first Fab Lab in Southeast Asia. And then Horn Factory, that are focusing on the media and discussion. And then I want to just start at this why we say that art is the catalyst for freedom of expression and creative economy. We will see some examples of the Horn project in here that it's kind of a social innovation, and then some people use it also the platform of a creative economy. And this is we host in our lab many workshops that involve interdisciplinary and various participants from elementary until adults. So we can see in here that we make open science, open hardware, and then we also do some experiments with we call it domestic hacking. We are making DIY by using equipment that you can find in your kitchen, like ordinary utensils. And then we are also working with many universities, not only local but also abroad. So we do a think tank projects, and we do many workshops that sometimes is the students who is the teacher, and so the experiments that we do is actually really to adapt for the future development. And this is some example of our project and works. So this is intelligent bacteria Saccharomyces cerevisiae. This is an artistic project where we make that basically is very simple. We make DIY wine from local fruits. Why we make this project? Because several years ago, the government raised the tax of alcohol, and many people can afford to buy alcohol, so they just mix of alcohol between rubbing alcohol and mosquito repellents, for example, and so many people died because of it, like 1,000 people died. And so we asked one professor from microbiology department, is it possible to make a cheap and safe alcohol? And he said, yeah, this is very possible. So he sent some students to work with us, and we developed this. And then, but we are one of the biggest Muslim community in the world. So this is also a bit I don't know, silver, if I'm right. So we transform it into an art project, but this is also open. So we use local fruits and make a DIY wine, and then from every fruits actually make a different bubble. So when we make it into one installation, so it's actually make kind of like orchestra. And then this project was able to develop because of the collaboration between LifePath, HONF, and Julian Abraham, and Microbiology UGM in Yogyakarta. And this is one of the project called Micronation Macronation. It's about sustainable project designed were to implement it as a public strategy and policy to achieve the condition of energy and food independence in Indonesia. So the installation is actually contain a fermentation and distillation machine and satellite data grabbers. It was aimed so the farmers know when the best time to harvest and to plants. And we use a local net to spread the data, and then we use supercomputer to process the data. So the aim of the project is we make a blueprint. So actually at 2022, actually now, when we make the project, we make a calculation that at 2022, the Indonesia can have sustainable in food and energy. But yes, of course, when we give to the government argued this project can be done. So we work just with some farmers in Yogyakarta and then in the middle of Java to realize this project. And until now, it's still going on. So this is kind of like a blueprint and a model for smart farming. And this project is Song of the River, is a research about 4 rivers in Yogyakarta, and then how much is polluted, and how it's very polluted, and how actually people can have a simple solution for that. And then so this is the installation that we show for the people, and it was shown in the new museum in New York. That show actually how polluted the river, and then we make a very simple water filter that this water filter actually produce the data, and we can see the effect to the ground, actually, to the ground surround the river. And this is just for an example, and we generate it into sound and visual. And this is one project of XX Lab. So it's a spin-off project from HONF. HONF is actually kind of like a boys club because it's working with the art, science, and technology, which is uncommon in Indonesia. And then some of people that join of HONF, some of girls and some of trans, actually, we don't have any problem. But then there is a friend that came and they asked, there is a researcher that came then and asked, do you have any problem? And actually we said like, no, we don't have any problem. But we start off thinking, is there any problem or not if we are working with the are we in the inclusive lab or not? Are our project inclusive or not? So we started to make a workshop that time for open source software and hardware, but special for girls and trans, for female and trans. So one of our project is actually called Soya Kultur. Is develop a procedure which takes a liquid waste from a byproduct of soya processing and make useful things of it, like a biofuel, foodstuff, and later like textiles. And we use various bacteria and cell cultures to do it, but it's actually very simple. Everybody can do it in their kitchen. And why it is important? Because Indonesia is one of the biggest soya consumption in the world. We don't produce it. We produce it, but we export it, and then there are a lot of waste, and it's usually people just throw it to the river. We will see video after this. So this is extra wrap, sorry. So we just use our kitchen to do the experiment. So we experiment with almost everything that we can. Can you hear it, Linda? No?
We can see it, but not hear it.
Okay, so I will just talk.
Thank you.
So we produce a lot of product from soya, like tofu, tempe, ketchup, soya milk. And we can find a lot of products from soya in Indonesia. But we try to make something else. So this is XX Lab. It's actually an open platform. And then they're focusing in art, science, and free technology. Yeah, we started the XX Lab at 2013. So this is a very interdisciplinary background. There are fashion designer, singer, musician, and then researcher, and then programmer, and we collaborate to just try to make things. So this is the material that we want to that we use to make this material. So this is very simple process. And so this is the result of the waste of tofu production. And why it's important? Yeah, like I say, we're the largest soybean consumer. And then people just throw the waste to the river. And it's actually very polluted and for the river and the environment surrounding. So that is from XX Lab. And then we do a lot of projects and workshops. So this is one of the projects we invited to do a public art at the Anyang, South Korea. And then that time API is a public art festival, and the curator asked us to do a public art installation, and we said, like, is it possible not to do a public art, because we want to do something else. So we want, that time we proposed to make a monument of knowledge, that's something that actually can grow and everlasting rather than sculpture. And we proposed to do this Anyang Public Lab that contain 33 workshops at 4 days. And then there are workshop for kids, workshop for ajuma mean mothers, mothers and grandma, and then open club, and then open hardware, and then open science. So we will see a very short video after this. Yeah, so there are many activities in these 4 days. Like, this is the open club. We do some gigs, and we invite like electronic musician from around Korea to show their music in the middle of market in Anyang. And then now actually I'm in South Korea back after 6 years of that project, and I'm really happy actually that's still going on. They still do, and I'm back to Anyang, and they actually still do, and they still continue this platform. So, and this is from FUVOC, and then the collaboration of FUVOC and Indonesian Space Science Society, that also hosted by HONF. And then they're doing a lot of research in our space science. And then one of the founder of FUVOC, Vensa, is also very active in the Mars Society, and he's part of the in English, I'm sorry. He's part of the research of the first project that will be in Mars. So it's kind of like a simulation to live in Mars. And right now, I will explain later. Right now, actually, we are making a lab in the mountain, but because of COVID, it is a bit delayed. Now, right now, actually, we are making a lab in in the middle of the mountain in Jogja. It's called VMars, as experiment and then simulation how people live in Mars. And this is one of the video that we collaborate with NASA for their project and showcase of human adventure at the Art Science Museum in Singapore. I'm sorry for the sound because this is actually really about the sound. And so we built the antenna and we built surround Singapore and a lot of antennas, and then the performer use his body and then some devices that we built as the conductor of the antennas, and we generate it into sound. So people can see the relation between this Earth, human, and the outer space. So this is what I talking about before. This is VMars, the Vuvok Mars Analog Research Station, now still in progress. And yeah, we work with several labs around the world and in Jogja to make it happen. And then the people can have an experience actually, and then can participate in this research and contribute in this future research about the future human. I think it's about like the post-human. So this a recent project of HONF is called Ungovernable Structure, that also still going on until now. And then this is a research about the relation between human and another microbiota. So the concept is a biophilia, about how human live with another entity, and then that how we connected and be part of this five kingdom of life. And the output will be a performance and installation. So this is one of the installation. So I think that's from HONF. Yeah, so this is our motto: HONF is underground and arrogant and as always. And HONF are avant-garde, and we are breaking the system, and we do not want compliments on the wrong side. And as an underground, we do not necessarily become overground. So thank you so much. So I will give it back to Linda.